Hey everybody, and welcome to episode number 3 of the OFB live show. Change of scenery today. I'm at home, hence the shaky start then. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been having an ongoing battle trying to get Wi-Fi at OFB HQ and the new offices. Well, finally, some work is getting done by the engineers today, and hopefully we'll have it by the end of the day. But what it meant was it's too loud in the office. So I'm at home, in my home office. Bert, my dog, for those of you that don't know, is behind me, being naughty. Already, he's eating whiteboard markers. Bert, stop that. Live video, what are you going to do? So yeah, change of scenery. In today's show, what I want to talk to you guys about is free challenges and how to fill them, how to run them, and how to sell from them. I love free challenges. I think they're a really simple way to generate a ton of leads, build a ton of goodwill, build a lot of relationships, start a lot of conversations, help a lot of people, and get some clients as well. Not everybody will run free challenges and get clients right off the back of them. I'm going to talk to you today about how to make it most likely to get clients straight away off the back of free challenges. But when that doesn't happen, how to ensure that how to continue to market to those people that took part so that they become clients eventually. Because the reality is, if you run a free challenge well, the participants, if they don't sign up straight away with you, they're never going to become a client of somebody else, because you've helped them, you've got them results, you've built that trust, you've had their undivided attention during that free challenge, so that when they are ready to pay somebody for further help, it's going to be you that they come to, as long as you continue to build upon the relationship that you start with them in the free challenge. So that's what we're going to talk about today. One thing I do have to say, I have no idea if you can see me correctly, I have no idea if you can hear me well, because I'm using the camera on the back of my phone because I don't like the front camera. It's just not good enough. And because I get distracted by seeing my face, and I find myself always looking at the screen where I'm not really looking at the camera properly. It looks weird for you guys. So that's why. Anyway, going off on a tangent, but maybe a little tip for you as well. Just make sure you're always looking in the camera, and the back camera is better quality. So, change of scenery. Dog in the background, already being naughty. My wife and daughter will probably walk in the house soon. He'll go crazy, but it's fine. We're good. There will still be a ton of value in today's video. So there are so many trainings within the OFB course on free challenges, and I know that a lot of people who are aware. Whoops! A lot of people. Sorry about that. Who are aware of me, aware of my students, or aware of my course, are constantly asking me about free challenges because they see my guys and girls doing amazingly well with them. And I still use them as well in my business. So I want to talk to you today about how to fill them, how to run them, how to effectively sell off the back of them. So first, let me set it up by talking about what a free challenge is. A free challenge is maybe a 7 to 14 day group online program where we can drive a ton of leads, we can support them. It's more about a community for 14 days, getting people to just have a great 14 days or 7 days, better than what they were doing previously, right? We're not going to individually program for them necessarily. We're not going to provide individual access to, or give them access to you individually necessarily, but we're going to do as much for them as we can in a group. So in terms of what to deliver programming wise, so training, nutrition, or whatever it is that you help people with, I can't really dictate to you how to do that, because you all program differently. You all work with different people. Some of you may work with clients that want to work out at home. Some of you may want to work with clients who are more advanced and train in the gym, lifting weights. Some of you might be helping people run their first 5K or whatever it is. But what I would say is, if you work with people who want to do some workouts at home, provide them with 3 or 4 home workouts so they can do at home. If you work with clients who want to train in the gym, create one program for everybody to do, all right? And then you can, as the challenge goes, you can tweak it, right? You can regress or progress it however you need to. After you've done a few of these challenges, you may have a couple of slightly different versions, and then you have more templates that you can offer people for the challenge. If it's nutrition, in an ideal world, we'd provide everybody with individual calorie and macronutrient breakdowns. But the reality is most of the people in your free challenge are more than likely going to be beginners. So it may be a case of spending the 7 to 14 days educating them, get them to have fun, providing them with that supportive environment, and helping them to improve some habits, right? The reality is all we want people to do is, like I said at the beginning, have a better 7 to 14 days with you than they've had previously. That's it, right? If somebody goes from day 1 to day 7 and does everything that you ask them to do, they're probably going to lose a few pounds, right? So that's your job. Get people from day 1 to day 7 or day 1 to day 14, depending on how long your free challenge is, and getting them to stay involved, right? That's it. There's your number one objective. Because if they do that, they get results. If they do that, they'll enjoy it. It means they've enjoyed it. If they do that, they've had plenty of contact with you and they've consumed everything that you've shared within the group, which is important. I'm going to talk to you about why that's important shortly when it comes to selling, right? So that's what a free challenge is. 7 to 14 days is what I recommend. Program as a group as much as you can. Remember that your goal is to get people from day 1 to the final day and just get them to do everything. You don't want to be individually programming for everyone. I've had students do free challenges and have like 300 plus people in them. So individually program for every single one of those people for free is just not going to happen. And you don't want to because they're not paying you yet. Anyway, there has to be a distinction between what you do for free and what your paying clients get. What else goes into making a great free challenge other than the programming or the service that you deliver? The community. So what I recommend is a daily post, a daily accountability post. Don't make it educational or over informative. Don't try and ram information down people's throats every day because they'll get bored, right? They're already not going to be as engaged as paying clients because they've not paid. So we just want to keep it fun, keep it light. Tell people what you've got planned that day and ask them what they've got planned that day. Ask them to post a picture of what they've got planned on, what they plan on eating that day. Which one of the trainings that you've given them are they going to complete that day? If you've given them a daily theme or a daily habit to complete, ask them for proof of some sort, a picture of them doing mobility routine or whatever it is. But don't over-inform or over-educate or try and ram information down people's throats. If every one of your daily accountability posts is, this is why water is important, this is how many steps you should do, eat this much protein. The only people that are going to pay attention are the people that are already like ready to do this stuff without your help. But my dog is eating wood. That sounds wrong. Not safe. Doorstop. So that's the daily accountability post. Remember that people want to enjoy it, so keep it fun, keep it light, share funny stuff, funny memes, whatever it may be. Encourage a light-hearted community. In terms of the in-depth education or things that are going to show your expertise, 2 to 3 videos that are educational is enough. And that still doesn't want to be the same shit that people get told all the time, right? So what I mean by that is people have already had it drilled into them, like drink water, sleep better, eat less, lift weights. So try and show them that you've got a deeper insight, a deeper understanding of what they're going through. So the way I used to do this is I would talk about getting their partners on board, right? So I would say, you know, dealing with saboteurs. That's what one of the videos was called that I used to post in my free groups and my paid groups, dealing with saboteurs. And it showed that I understood what they would go through when people would go through when they were dieting that other people don't really talk about. And that was the fact that most people have a partner who occasionally would, you know, give them a call and see if they wanted pizza on the way home, or ask them to pick up pizza, or they'd go round to the parents' house and sit for Sunday dinner, and when they said no to dessert, their mum's homemade dessert, their mum would guilt trip them and say things like, you don't need to lose weight, you're fine the way they are, etc, etc. So I would do a video for my participants on how to deal with that. So share a few videos that give insight, expose your expertise and your insights into, and make you different, right? Show you that you know your audience and your participants better than some dude on Instagram that keeps on going calories, 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 protein, 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 steps, steps, steps. Show them something sexier, right? So they're the educational videos. So we've got the programming that you provide, the daily accountability, the educational videos. Now the next thing that you need to do, I've got ahead of myself. So this is delivery. So we're talking about the delivery now. We're not talking about filling. We're not talking about filling these free challenges or selling from them, but we will. So the next thing you need to make sure during the delivery of these free challenges is that you're using product placement, for want of a better word. I've mentioned this in last week's episode when we were talking about selling. Product placement is really important, or planting the seed. So we want to constantly be talking about the next step, not selling it as in overtly, here's what I'm going to try and sell to you at the end of the program. Just talking about paying clients is fine. Mentioning your client Sarah's story that you think the free challenge participants will learn from if they read is fine. So I would, within my daily accountability post, in my free challenge, I might say something like, hey guys, what you up to today? I've got a few check-ins with my VIP clients. I'm meeting up with my VIP client Sarah. We're going to talk about her program while she's traveling and just catch up and have a coffee. I've got a few training programs to tweak for some other clients, and then I've got a couple of consultations booked in. What are you guys up to? And what that does is I'm telling them about my day, what I'm up to. It's just work. That's how I'm getting it across. It's just work. And then asking them what they're up to. But throughout that entire post, what I've done is product placement or planted the seed. I've mentioned my product and how it works and what I do with paying clients everywhere in that post. And that's what I do throughout. So when I was talking about the video that I have for my participants that's about dealing with saboteurs, I would mention the fact, I'd give an example of a client that was dealing with that. I wouldn't just say, sometimes people might get sabotaged by their partners. I would say something like, one of my clients, Sarah, was having a hard time because her husband didn't really, he cared, but he didn't get how important it was to her that she wanted to get leaner. So he kept on bringing takeaways, getting wine on the weekend, wanting to go out for dinner. So this is what we did with Sarah. So straight away, I'm mentioning one of my other clients and how we overcame that issue together with one of my paying clients, right? So planting the seed or product placement throughout the free challenge is so important because it's going to make that final step, which is the sale or the close, easy, right? A lot of people get sales wrong because they don't do anything until the call. The call isn't the sell, right? That's not, if you're having to sell on the call, then you've fucked up the sale, because the sale happens when your product placement is going on and your planting the seed is going on. That's when it's happening. So that's really important throughout your challenge. Towards the end of the challenge, so now we are moving into how to sell from free challenges. I'm not going through how to fill it yet. I'm doing this in a weird order, but it's fine. I'm going to talk to you in a moment about how to fill a free challenge, but let's carry on with how to sell from a free challenge. So towards the end of your free challenge, you want to be telling your participants or making them aware that a really important video is coming up. And this video is called the debrief video. And the reason there's a debrief video is because you don't want these participants to just treat this as another thing that they do well for 7 days and then just forget it and go back to all their poor habits and don't carry on getting results. You want this to be the start of the last diet they ever do. And in that debrief video, you're going to share with them the exact steps that they need to take to make sure that this isn't just another false start, and this is in fact the start of them getting long-term results, stopping the yo-yo dieting and the scales rebounding up and down. It's going to stop all that. You're going to share what they need to do next in order to get long-term results in the debrief video. And for the last few days of the free challenge, remind people the debrief video is coming. Make sure you watch it. This is why it's important. I really need you guys to watch it. Sell the debrief video. So we're still not selling the next step. We've planted the seed. We've done product placement. And now we're trying to sell the debrief video. We want people to watch the debrief video. We're going to post that a day or two before the end of the challenge. And then in that video, we're going to thank people for taking part. We're going to show gratitude if some people have got amazing results. We're going to talk about those amazing results and give people shout outs. And then we're going to give a couple of tips. I just have to keep on looking around to make sure my dog isn't being naughty. He's fine. And then we're going to give those tips that we promised, right? So it could be, I don't know. We're going to give a few tips. This is where you might talk to them about how to track and how to calculate calories and macros or whatever it may be. So we give them a couple of tips. This is how you get long-term results and make sure that you don't just treat this as another false start, right? You give a few tips and then you are completely honest with them, right? And you say, listen, despite all this, it genuinely is hard to go out there and carry on getting results long-term on your own. So if you want to make your chances of success more likely, if you want to make them quicker, if you want to make sure that you have someone there for you who knows what to do when you plateau, which you inevitably will, then here's what I have to offer. And then you offer your next step. So this is when you actually offer your next step. So it might be something like, my VIP coaching is a monthly one-to-one online coaching service. This is why it's so great. So not necessarily here's what you get, but this is why it's so great. And what I mean by that is don't say you get a meal plan, you get your calories and macros, you get a phone call, you get a check-in. It's more about why all that is so amazing. I'm going to be by your side day in, day out. If you ever need help, ever feel like you've made a mistake or you're unsure about anything, I'm on the other end of your email. You can give me a shout and I will help you dealing with it. If you feel like you want to go on a night out but you're unsure how it fits in with your diet, I can help you account for that or help you realize that, you know, we can move on without accounting for it. I can help you make the right decisions around that. If you have a plateau, we're going to check in every single week. So it's not a case of here's your program, crack on. It's a case of we'll change your program every single week if we need to until it's right for you and you're getting the best results and it's right for your lifestyle, etc., etc., etc. So you sell your next step, right? Which for me was one-to-one online coaching. For you, it could be whatever. Here's the thing though. Not everybody will watch the debrief video. A lot of people watch some of it. Some people watch all of it and then just get distracted. You guys have probably heard the saying before, and if not, this is really important. The fortune is in the follow-up. So what I encourage you to do is halfway through your program, halfway through your free challenge, message all the participants or email them all. Hey dude, how you getting on? Just wanted to do a quick check-in. That's it. What that does is it normalizes that interaction so that at the end of the program where you do that check-in again and say, hey dude, just wanted to check in. Did you watch the debrief video? Have you got any questions? That's normal. They're not like, whoa, he's messaging me now because he wants to sell me something. You message them halfway through as well to check up on them. So the fortune is in the follow-up. So after the debrief video is posted, give everybody a day, and then the next day, message everyone. Hey dude, did you watch the follow-up? Did you watch the debrief video? I just wanted to make sure you've made time for that. It's really important. And I want to see if you've got any questions. Simple as that. And the idea is that you get people on a call and you sell to them. And I taught you how to do that in last week's live show. My dog is here. I don't know if you guys can see him. You bored, mate? So that's the idea. And if you're unsure about how to sell to these people in terms of the final step, go to last week's live episode and I share exactly that. So that's the delivery, what a free challenge is, what's included in it, how to help people, how to get the most from it for you, how to get them results. Remember, get people from day one to the final day. That's your job. And then I've gone through how to sell from it. How to fill it is actually the easy part. I know it's the simple part that everybody just overcomplicates, tries to get fancy, tries to be a copywriter, and you just don't need to, right? You just don't need to. It's a free challenge. If you just tell the truth in your content, people will sign up to a free challenge. It's as simple as that. You don't need Facebook ad spend. You don't need to do any fancy copywriting. It's just unnecessary, right? But here's what you do need to do. Simple but effective. Create content consistently for at least 30 days. If you're already doing that, cool. But if you're not, be consistent with content for 30 days so that you all of a sudden, because the last thing we want is for you to just all of a sudden pop up and be like, hey, take part in my free thing. People will be wary of that. So create and publish content for 30 days that's specific to your niche, your ideal client, your avatar, before you even think about doing this. All right? Before you even think about doing it. Once you've done that consistently, we're going to spend a week launching your free challenge, right? And I want you to listen very carefully to how I pitch my free challenge. I'm simply going to write a post that says, hey everyone, I'm launching a training, nutrition, weight loss, whatever it is that you're launching, program. Before I charge for it, I need somebody to test and help me refine what I've created so far. I won't charge for my time. That's it. Curious student post. I've taught about this before. Post it Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday afternoon, Sunday evening. And then you can start it on the Monday. You start your free challenge on the Monday. Simple as that. The key points are creating content consistently for 30 days, right? Well, by the way, you don't just stop at that. Carry on. You might as well just continue because it's going to be beneficial for your business to carry on from there. But if you're not consistent at the minute, be consistent for a period of time first. Then run the Curious Student post. I'm not going to repeat it because I'll butcher it. Just rewind after I've finished and you can make notes of what I've just said. My dog's just ran somewhere. Content, really important. Make it specific to your ideal client. I'll maybe talk about that next week. Curious Student post. Let people know that you've created this thing and you're not going to charge for it. You need some help refining it. Get people in. This is the exact thing that I've done and my students have done to get 300 plus people into free challenges before. I've gone through how to run it. I've gone through how to sell from it. So I hope all that makes sense. I can't see if you guys have left me any comments. I have no idea if this is still going live because I'm looking at the back of my phone. So that's how to fill, run and sell from free challenges. If you do this well, you'll generate hundreds of leads like that. I don't know anybody that can, I don't even know a Facebook ads expert or so-called internet marketing experts that can generate leads like I can help you do with free challenges, or you should be able to do off the back of just this video, never mind if you were a student, because there's nothing else as powerful if you do it right. So this is a great way to generate loads of leads, capture people's data, ask for their email address. Once they're in the you're going to run it in a Facebook group. Once they're in the Facebook group, ask them to give you their details so that you can send them all the information they need for the free challenge. That's my signal to go. That's my dog going crazy. And it's just a great way to build goodwill to the people that you're going to help. A great way to build rapport, build relationships, start conversations, and sell your services. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. One final note. June 24th or the 25th, whenever the last Sunday in June is, OFB Live 2018 is going to take place in Manchester. I hope you can make it. It's a live event. I'm going to be there to actually help you generate leads, help you figure out what the best way to work with your online clients is that works for you and leverages your time. Show you how to actually sell your services with you in person. I hope you can make it. More details will be coming soon, but it's going to be mega. I did one last year, swore I'd never do it again because it was so stressful beforehand and I was so tired afterwards. But during it, it was amazing. So I'm doing it again and I hope you can make it. Manchester, last Sunday in June, OFB Live 2018. It'll be amazing and I really hope you can make it. The greatest event in the world for online trainers, because I don't think there are any other events specifically for online trainers. Even if there were, it'd still be the best. Goodbye.